Hey guys, so you are in the Menlo post office, and I was surprised to see this. Actually, they got her name wrong. It's Gladys Arlone Moore. Mrs. Moore was my 5th grade teacher, and I wish that she was a woman I had never met. I was only about 10 years old at the time, and she was a horrible bully to me in particular. There was one time when, well, the worst time actually was when I hadn't prepared for a class, and I swear I keep getting interrupted. The post office is unusually busy at 2. But yeah, I hadn't prepared for an assignment. The only assignment I hadn't prepared for the entire day, and she called me out on it. She actually began to laugh at me and ridicule me right there in front of the entire class. Not only that, but the students, the entire classroom began laughing at me and mocking me and taunting me at the same time, and she did nothing to stop them. In fact, she even encouraged them to do so. So I do not mourn her passing whatsoever. I generally don't like speaking ill of the dead, but you know, if there's any justice in the world, like Mary Laveau in American Horror Story Coven, she is reliving her own hell. Perhaps being a student and some other teacher ridiculing her and criticizing her and making her feel utterly worthless, as she did me. That night, I remember going home crying, sobbing my eyes out, saying to my mom, you know, why does anyone like me? I just want a friend. And she was cradling me and sobbing right along with me, saying, I don't know, Wade. And my parents were furious with her. They went to the school and demanded that action be taken. Unfortunately, the school being what they were in 1988-89, the only punishment she got was a basic slap on the wrist. She had to write an essay, and to whom it was given I do not know, but she had to write an essay explaining why she decided to go into the teaching field. And the only reason I knew that was because that following week, one of the students saw her writing at her desk, and it was one of her classmates, one of the rich kids in the area, and he asked her what she was doing, and she said to him, as she glowered at me, I am writing an essay explaining why I decided to go into the teaching field. That was it. You know, at the very least the school could have done for me was move me to another room, another homeschool room. Otherwise, it was like putting me back with the person who was bullying me. You know, it just made me feel that much more worthless. And that's really a scar that I carried with me to this day of what she did to me. Yeah, so as I said, Mrs. Moore had utterly no business being around children if she were that sort of a person. In fact, following her bullying at me, that's actually when all the bullying began for the next 8 years, through junior high, all the way through high school. One year, well actually in 5th grade, shortly after this, 2 students tried to handcuff me to my locker. And of course the school did absolutely nothing to punish them. They were from rich families, of course. So when my parents actually went to their parents to straighten things out because the school would do nothing, and there were witnesses to the fact. They actually made my mother sound as if she were lying. They actually called her a liar and refused to believe what she said. But yeah, no one ever apologized to me. Mrs. Moore never apologized for what she did. The school never apologized to me whatsoever. Which, you know, honestly, that would have gone a long way to making me feel better. To making me feel as though I mattered a little more. That, you know, I was a good person. I can't tell you how bad I felt. You know, I mean, it brought me to tears. I was sobbing my eyes out. You know, I felt like I didn't have a friend in the world. And then they put me back in her classroom. You know, they put me back in the classroom with the woman who had just bullied me, with the class that had laughed at me. So I have no remorse for her. In fact, if anyone watching this would like to go on a little ride up to Glendon, Iowa, which is just north of me by 15 minutes, I would like to pay my quote-unquote last respects and maybe dig up a little graveyard dirt while I'm there. You know, maybe to fuck with her in the afterlife just a little bit for all she has done to me.